Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited. I am so excited about this live tonight. I'm excited because I know that as a result of you joining me tonight, that it's going to really support you in understanding what you need to do over the next couple of months to be able to set the next 6 months up, to be able to hit six figures and beyond in your business, packaging your knowledge. It's my honor to be able to share this. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant, and I got started in my company over 20 years ago. And I simply made a decision to go to work as myself. I wanted to figure out how to take my background as a corporate trainer and my systems as a mom and to go to market as myself. And I knew that there was a market for me to be me. And maybe you've just thought the exact same thing. You want to take your background, your professional skills, something that you've gone to school for, something that you have mastery in, and you're just asking yourself, how can I package my knowledge into a high ticket or premium product or service, maybe as a coach or a consultant, or maybe you want to license your intellect in some way. Well, that was me. And I decided that I would literally start with mom strategy because I had these really great systems that always allowed me to find time for my life. And I had a lot of moms who were lost in motherhood who just didn't even understand that. And I shared with them exactly the systems that I used over the years, and it made a difference for them. And I thought that it could make a difference for so many others. So I decided to create a movement for moms. I wrote tons of books related to supporting moms around their own self care. And as a direct result of writing those books, it put me in a position to do a number of corporate deals with Fortune 100 and 500 brands. So, and I've mentioned this for many of you that already know me, but for those of you who don't know, that's really how I got started. In addition to writing the books and doing corporate partnerships with Fortune 100 and 500 brands, I also did a lot of TV, and I pitched myself and was signed to two Emmy nominated and nationally syndicated national television shows. And I share this with you because it all started for me as an idea. I literally said, I want to figure out how to take my know how, my knowledge, my background, my talents, and package it to go to market for myself. And I want you to know that there is a market for you. Now, today, I'm going to be teaching very simply how to take your knowledge, your background, your gifts, your talent, your experience, all of these years of experience and education that you have, and how to package it over the next couple of months so you can hit six figures or more with your intellect. And it's absolutely possible. I've coached thousands of women over the years, over the last 20 years, and it's my honor to watch a client take an idea, literally, and to trust the process and to step into that idea and watch that idea monetize at a significant and high level. So the three things that I'm going to share with you today that I believe are the most important things that you need to do if you want to hit six figures or beyond with your intellect. So I hope that you have something to write with. We're going to have a great time over the next couple of minutes. And my only goal is to support you with what I know will make all the difference. All right. So that's my story in terms of how I got started, and I always tell you that as a result of me running my company, my family has benefited directly because of my growth. And so if you are a mom or a wife out there and you are in conflict with yourself around, should I get started? Or, is running my business is going to put me in direct conflict with my priorities, my family, my spouse. I want you to understand that as a result of you growing and building an amazing business, your family becomes the direct beneficiaries of anything that you have invested in your life. My family benefits first because of my growth, my personal growth, my professional growth, my financial success, and it's the same is true for you as well. And I want you to think this completely differently. Like, imagine being able to build your business in such a way that you create more freedom to show up for the things that matter the most. I know for me, that was one of the things that I really wanted. I wanted to be that mom that could be present at their kids' events when my kids are really young. So my oldest son is 25 And when he was in school, in preschool, my only goal was just like to be the mom that could bring cupcakes in the middle of the day. And I knew to do that, I needed to be free and to be able to stay free. So, um, are you ready? If you're ready, you know the drill, then I want you to write, I'm ready. And if you're watching the replay, I also want you to say that you're ready. Okay. Today, I'm going to teach very simply the three simple things, the three things that you need to consider. I think are the most important considerations if your goal is to hit six figures in your business with your intellect over the next 6 months. All right. And you have to be ready to receive a message. And that's why I always say, if you're ready, right, I'm ready. All right. And I have gotten a couple of messages from some of you guys. It's like, Mia, we've missed you. I haven't been on in about 3 or 4 weeks. Super busy time for us. I had an event, the Giant Experience Master Training, which was live in Baltimore a couple weeks ago. It was fabulous, absolutely amazing. And then I took some time to rest, and I went to California to help my daughter move. It was fabulous. Okay. And then I've just recently had a client come down for a VIP day, which was just this past weekend, actually. It was fabulous. It was awesome. So I'm back. Okay. I'm back and ready to go live, Diamond. I'm so glad you're ready. Is anyone else ready? I want you to write, I'm ready here. And that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, what I'm going to share with you tonight is that you get to build a business on your own terms. You get to build the business around the life that you want. And it allows you to show up for the things that matter the most for you. And I know that so many people want to stop like the hustle and the grind, and you really want to build a business that allows you to create the impact that you want, doing the work that you absolutely enjoy, using the highest level talent and skills that you have. And if that's you, I want you to write, look, that's me. All right, so let's just jump into this. The three things that I know will really benefit you to hit six figures or more in your business over the next 6 months, leveraging your intellect. So here's number one. The first thing that I want you to consider, and this is not likely what you're expecting, but I want you to really lean into this, okay? The first thing that I want you to consider is number one, that it's not what you know that's in the way. It's actually what you do not know. So let me explain, okay? So it's not what you know how to do, okay, but it's actually what you do not know that is preventing you from hitting six figures and beyond in your business. All right, let me explain. So I work with so many smart, sharp, incredible women, and they know a lot of things and they solve a lot of problems. And they typically are the individuals that are the go-to person for whatever it is that they do. And that's you, I'm sure. And a lot of times when we are that way, it's very easy to think about what you know when you're solving a problem, right? Because people, that's how you're socialized in your workplace. That's what you're used to, being the person that knows. But if you want to hit six figures or more in your business, leveraging your intellect, and you want to change your models to a completely different way so that you're working, let's say, from the comfort of your home or anywhere that you choose, if you want to build a business that's based on leverage, right? Leverage, not trading time for dollars, not charging high fees, but still selling hours, then you have to understand that it's not what you know that is in the way. It's actually what you do not know. Are you with me? All right. Are we clear so far? I'm going to break this down further. And the reason why this is so important is because a lot of the women that I have worked with over the years focus a great deal on what they can do, on their might, on their intellect already of what they know how to do. So they are the individuals who are the first to say, look, I'm going to build this website myself, or I'm going to design this landing page myself. I'm going to build this course myself, right? Maybe this is you, okay? And they're the myself crew, right? But you got to think about, like, professionally in terms of what you're doing, likely to get done. A lot of the things that you want to get done in your workplace, you currently have a great deal of administrative support. And when you're making that transition from being, from for whatever you're doing professionally at work to now deciding to run this business as a coach or a consultant or licensing, whatever it is that you want to do, you can't focus on what you know only. Literally, the thing that's going to allow you to hit six figures and beyond is saying, okay, I know what I know, which is my intellect. And at this point, I need to actually get advice to learn how to take what I know and put it into the most profitable structures, the quickest, the fastest for me, right? And I say this because I have a lot of people who have to unlearn what they know or what they've done because they are smart and they often think, I know what to do. I can figure this out. When there's already a roadmap, an easy step-by-step process for you to learn how to take easily and package what you do at the highest level. And if you've looked at any of the results of my clients or what they've shared over the years, many of them talk about how they've had to unlearn some of the things that they thought they would have to do or bad advice from others because there are lots of shiny objects on the internet, i.e., for example, right? I should say AI, right? For example, meaning there's tons of people now saying, hey, you can build a course, but you are so special and you are so incredible. And your uniqueness of your ideas is not something that you want to sound like everyone else. The thing that's going to allow you to hit six figures over the next 6 months is for you to understand how to package your unique genius, your zone of genius into a high ticket structure. And it's not going to be based on, you doing what everyone else does. Sure, you may be new in this business, this idea of being a coach or consultant or whatever, but you are not new to the game as it relates to your expertise. And you've got to remember this. If your goal is to hit six figures and beyond in your business, you've got to remember who you are. And if you don't remember who you are and you market what you do like you're that new entrepreneur with no experience, right? Then you will undervalue who you are and what you bring to the table. Are we clear? Okay. You got to know what you do not know. And one of the things that I often see in the content space is that a lot of my clients are really amazing at what they do when they first come to me. They're amazing at what they know how to do, but they do not know how to take what they are doing and how to sell it, how to package it, how to price it, and how to position their marketing to fully describe the value and transformation that they bring to the table. And if you do not know how to do that online and offline, then that's not something that you necessarily want to just study to teach yourself. You could literally, the fast track route is to, make an investment in yourself at the highest level and from someone that's got proof of of concept of the results to help other clients to be able to hit six figures or sell premium products. You That's the quickest route for you. So if you don't do that, then and you decide that you're going to do all these low level classes and you are going to let AI build you a course, you're going to find that that's going to be the slow route for you. I've worked with tons of clients and helped them in a very short period of time because they're highly skilled, be able to put their knowledge into a high value structure quickly because they've got the goods, they've got the talent, they've got the skill. They just don't have the structure, the methodology, and they don't know how to take or even what their options are in order to take what they're doing and to package it at the highest level. Is this making sense? Are you getting value? Okay. Are you getting value? If you're getting value, I want you to write, I'm getting value. I'm getting this. All right. And I wanted to break this piece down because there are so many entrepreneurs who have that goal to hit six figures with this new business concept as a coach or consultant or sell their ideas, right, for corporate contracts or doing partnerships or, all kinds of things. But if you don't know what you're doing and your goal is to study what you're doing, to learn what you're to do, then a lot of times that's the longest route. I know for me that I am a consumer of mentorship. I've had tons of amazing coaches and mentors over the years who have supported me with showing me many different ways forward to be able to take my knowledge and to sell it. And it's made all the difference for me. So That's the first thing. The second thing that I want you to keep in mind is if you're looking to hit six figures or more with your intellect this year, is the second thing that you must do is you must stand in your value. So, what am I talking about? All right, standing in your value is something that honestly, the vast majority of people who have come to me over the years do not stand in their value, meaning because often in our workplace, in our work lives, in the markets that we are a part of, our value is already predetermined externally, meaning your job already said when you apply for the job, it already told you they're going to pay you $300 an hour, and you knew that's what it was, or you know that the billable rate for whatever it is that you do is, I'm making it up, 175 an hour, and that's just what the rate is. And so you've never really thought about establishing your own value internally. Value for you has always been an external conversation. It's been a result of you looking around or asking others or Googling to see what everybody else is doing. And I find that so many entrepreneurs, when they first get started in their business, they have no idea how to price what they should be charging based on their own unique path and journey, based on their own ability to create results and transformations for others. Is this you? Okay. Um, and it is flat true. Most of the people that I've seen over the years have come to me, have looked at what someone else is doing and decided this is the range. This is what I should be charging. And as a result of that, they often are undervaluing their gifts and their talents. And let me tell you why being Googlicious isn't for you. If the person that you are Googling doesn't know their value, then you get their value. Okay, what if you had an ability to create 10 times the results, right, of the person that you were Googling and copying? Right, that means that you don't actually get to stand in your own value. So the second piece of this is understanding how to establish what your value is. What should you be charging? And so I walk my clients through an exercise, as to show them how to calculate what their value is. And once they understand that, they no longer undervalue what they bring to the table, the assets that they can provide a client, or anything like that. And maybe, just maybe, up until now, you've never thought of it this way. That's why I wanted to come on here today and say, look, let's do this live, right, on how to hit six figures or more with the three things that are the most important. The first being, not focusing on what you know, but focusing on what you do not know, and getting the resources that you need so that you can very quickly hit six figures and beyond in your business, and stop trying to figure everything out yourself, because that is the thing that's getting in the way. All right. Or trying to read all these manuals, or like all of the rabbit hole of things that people do who say they want to create fast success, but the choices that they make are not fast choices, because they're spending their time at night up trying to build websites, and up at during the day trying to write copy or whatever they're trying to do, right? To build a business, and that's not your expertise. The second piece is standing in your value, and that's what I was just talking about. And a lot of times you can't stand in your value if you don't know how to calculate your value. And you actually need to work with someone to learn, how do you calculate the value of what you do, so that you can have that conversation and walk a client through that conversation. I was so excited over the weekend. I had an opportunity to do a VIP day with one of my clients. And the coolest thing in working with her is that she had booked her very first sales call on Saturday. So here's the short version of that. She built a program. The program's $30,000. And she had an opportunity to have a conversation with a client over the weekend and make an offer for her $30,000 offer. Now, I know for certain that if we had not worked together prior, and I supported her in building out what her offer is, so she got perspective around how to stand in her value and how to charge for her assets and how to make an offer, that likely she would have taken the exact same idea and sold what she had for less than $30,000, right? It might be on the market for 10,000 or 5,000 because she wouldn't know how to calculate her value. So if your goal is to hit six figures or more by the end of the year, you need to know for yourself, how do you build a $25,000 or $30,000 coaching program? And if you don't know how to do that for yourself, then you need to make an investment to learn how to do that. I'm happy to show you how to do that. I hope this makes sense. And number three, the third thing is charging what you are worth. So you got to understand that whatever it is that you are charging right now, that's based on your own beliefs. And that a lot of times people are really in conflict with themselves. They never get to hit six figures and beyond in their business because they make it way too hard. They're charging, let's say $100 an hour for a client, or $300 an hour, or they're coaching people and they're charging for, by the hour, $1,000 an hour or something like that. And when you really start thinking about those kind of numbers, what they do is prevent you from scaling. And most people don't know how to charge what they are worth. Okay. And charging what you're worth means that once you understand how to calculate your value, like I just mentioned, then you can then generate fees that are equivalent to the value and the transformation that you bring. And so you're not this person that's closing your eyes and saying, okay, I'm just going to say this price, but I don't know why it's this price. See, charging what you're worth means that you have the confidence, right? And you have the certainty of why the price needs to be the price. So it's not hard for you to ask for 20,000 or 50,000 or whatever it is that your package is, to be able to support your client with your premium offer. And the thing that breaks my heart the most, truthfully, is just watching smart, sharp women undervalue what they're doing and not charging what they're worth because they actually don't know how to walk that client through that conversation, because they have no idea why the price is the price. All right. But when you understand why you must charge what it is and where that number comes from, you're not closing your eyes, and you're not afraid to have those conversations with people who really want the results and transformation that you bring. I want you to think of it really simply. What if you had a coaching program, even if you're charging right now $2,500? What if I could show you how to take what you're doing and take that coaching program you have, or the idea that you have, and build out your first $20,000 coaching program? You only need 5 clients over the next 6 months in order for you to hit six figures. And this is the thing that people do not get. A lot of times, everybody's out here focusing on trying to capture everyone. And the truth of the matter is, you don't need to have a whole lot of clients in order for you to have an amazing year. In fact, a lot of times, the less clients you have, the greater the level of results that you can provide to your clients, because you can create a greater deal of intimacy. So you charge more, but you give the clients more. And as a result of that, those clients hit and exceed their goals. I've never run my business like a factory of clients in and clients out. When clients come through my programs, which are all high ticket, my guarantee is that I'm going to show you how to take your knowledge. And if you do the work, you'll get amazing results. How to take your knowledge and how to package it into a high ticket structure. Every one of my clients that have done the work, right, they haven't failed. They've all been able to put together a package that is high ticket, $2,500 or more. And most of my clients on average charge about $12,000, $15,000 per client, even though they may have come to me selling what they have for $300. So I want you to understand that knowing how to charge what you're worth is the thing that is also in the way of you being able to hit and exceed your goal of six figures over the next 6 months. It doesn't have to take a long time. What takes a long time is selling something for $500 and working with the wrong client that doesn't want the result, that can't do the work, who isn't investment minded. So I'm going to recap. So these are the 3 things that I wanted to share with you today. I would love to hear your ahas and your takeaways. This is radical in that I'm not teaching this from the perspective of anything probably you've heard before. It's what I know works. I've helped hundreds of women hit 6 figures and more in their business. I've helped tons of clients be able to package their knowledge into high ticket structures, online and offline. And most of them have come to me if they were selling anything at all. Some of them didn't even know what their product was going to be, but I've showed them all how to sell what they do for high ticket. The first thing you have to understand is, number one, as I recap, it's what you don't know, right, that you need to get clear on, not what you know. And I always say this because if you're smart and you're sharp and you're an action taker and you're a go-getter, the fact of the matter is a lot of times we focus only on what we know, and we're just trying to work it through. But this is not about that. The goal is about hitting six figures over the next 6 months. And the most direct way for you to do that is to make a significant investment in yourself and learn exactly what you need to do to be able to lay the foundation to package your knowledge into a high ticket product. It is not for you to let AI build you a course, okay, or try to study whatever it is so you can figure it out, because all of those things take time. And when you lose time, right? That's the thing you can't get back, right? Like, time is an asset. And you could be in front of your customer in the next 6 weeks having built your products and making offers, right? So I teach my clients how to package what they know into high ticket offers over the course of 6 weeks. And, it makes all the difference. And then number two, standing in your value. And it's impossible to stand in your value if you don't know how to internally calculate your value, which is the reason why most women are undercharging, okay? Because their value is not established inside of them. They don't know what the value is. What should I be charging? Like, I don't know. So they're like looking around to see what anyone else is doing. And I've never done that. I've always just authentically learned how to calculate my value. Is what I teach my clients how to do. And therefore, I understand when I'm having a conversation with a client why that price is the price, because I know the value of what I bring. And the third piece is charging what I'm worth. And that means being able to have that conversation, having the confidence to know that, you know what, if you're going to work with me, I'm going to create amazing results for you, because I am. Okay, if you do the work, I'm going to create amazing results for you. And in exchange for that, I'm going to charge my worth. And I've always felt this way. It's so true that my clients actually cannot pay me fully for what I do for them. My clients, what they invest in paying me, in a lifetime, they'll do what I have taught them to do for a lifetime. And the same is true with your clients. So this idea of not charging what you're worth is the thing that is keeping you from hitting six figures and more over the next 6 months. It's just a mindset shift. Are there any ahas or takeaways? Did you guys get value, or did you get value being here tonight? I wanted to come here with this conversation because it's really important to me that more women understand that, yeah, you can charge what you're worth and stand in your value, and not be the person that's always got to be the front one that's figuring everything out, because that is the issue. It's like, you got to be the one figuring it out. You don't have to be the one figuring it out. You don't have to be the person up at night trying to, set up the website and do all of that, right? Thank you, darling. I can't see your name, Gigantic Value. Okay, I'm going to show you what I see, okay? So you can just post your first name so I can say hi to you. And Diamond, you said, that's me. Okay, so glad that you're here, okay? Are there any ahas or takeaways as a result of being here tonight? I do want to invite you, if this resonated in any way, even if you watch the replay, to join my next masterclass. Hey, Phyllis, I'm so glad you're here. To join my masterclass. And my masterclass is online. And the way it works is that when you sign up today, you have access to the training, the online training. And it's pretty phenomenal, if I say so myself. Hundreds of women have used this training and supported them in packaging their knowledge into a high ticket product, online and offline. So that's the first thing. But then you also get access to me live for a group coaching day, and I'll answer any questions that you have, any question that you have over the course of 8 hours. And anyone that's ever worked with me will tell you that I answer all the questions that are on the floor. The only thing that I teach you is what I've done myself. Okay. And I can back that up. All right. 100%. So my goal is to support you. And I believe that one of the greatest values that I provide my clients is the consulting. It's answering your questions and helping you to fill in the blanks so that you're not just in a course. You're in a course that answers your questions specifically on what your packaging options can look like for your premium product, what your price could be or pricing structure could be based on what it is that you do and your background, based on your marketing, what it needs to be so that you attract the right audience, and based on you finding the right buyers. So those are the elements of what I teach over the course of the master training. I'll post the link here so you guys can grab it. It's the Giant Experience. So here's the link, thegiantexperience.com. Thegiantexperience.com. Go to the landing page, check it out, sign up for the class. When you sign up, you get instant access to the online training, but then you also get to select one of the dates for a live coaching day. And so you drive that bus. You can come in July, you can come in August, or you can come in September. You choose the date that works for you, and the dates are on the inside once you register. So are there any questions for me or comments? So Phyllis, you came to the Giant Experience Live in Baltimore event, correct? And when you came to that event, you were able to, from that event, you were able to come up with an idea for a package for over 10K, right? So, and if that's not accurate, then, let us know, right? But in my understanding, you were able to create a package for $10,000, right? So, right. So for $15,000. So the question is, prior to coming to this event, had you ever built a product that was over $15,000? Okay. And obviously you are successful in business in other ways, but had you prior to coming ever built your own premium product for over $15,000? Had you ever packaged your knowledge, right? She says, no. Okay. So the reason that I do this, right? And she says, I was blown away, right? The reason that I'm sharing that with you is because you can go for not for a one-time client, right? So think about how powerful that is, like to go from wherever you are and you have an idea that you want to serve people, but you don't have the know-how of how to take what you want to do and put it in a high ticket structure, and then learning how to do that over the course of the master training, which is 45 days. You have access to the training, and then it can totally change your year, because selling high ticket will absolutely change your year. If she's selling something for $15,000, let's say you need like 7 clients by the end of the year to hit 6 figures in that business. And I think that's really important to understand that model and how that's different. And for me, it doesn't really matter whether you have a product or not. Okay, she writes, I'm still blown away by the possibilities of high ticket. It doesn't matter if you have a product or not. You can literally come and not have the product because you're the product, right? You just need to know how to put the pieces together to charge what you're worth so you can stand in your value, and you can't really focus on what you know. You actually have to focus on what you don't know and get clear on that. And that's going to be a significant investment to come, right? So the Giant Experience Master Training is a great, great, great first start for those of you who've been saying, hey, I want to work with you, Mia. I want to hit 6 figures by the end of this year. I know I need to have a premium product. I'm not sure what that product needs to be. Then that is the best first step that I would recommend for you. And I know that it will work. Are there any questions, any comments? Did this support you guys? Any questions, any comments? Before I sign off, I want to thank you, no matter the platform. I want to thank you for coming tonight. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to be here tonight. And I'm excited that I had the opportunity to speak with you. Again, I posted the link for the Giant Experience Master Training. It is a signature master training. And, and it will make all the difference. And then Phyllis writes, I was not clear until after attending the Giant Experience. So how cool is that? Really cool, right? So I think that's cool. Any other comments, questions, anything I can ask you about? Is there anything I can answer for you? Maybe even about the Giant Experience. Maybe you have questions about the Giant Experience specifically that I can answer, or maybe you have a question about something that you're looking to package. But I will tell you that, is it possible in the next 6 months for you to hit six figures and be on your business? It is. I've seen it over and over again. I'm working with my clients, and I've watched so many of them who have gone from concept to six figures in just a few months because they've done the work and they didn't try to focus on the wrong things. Instead, they put the right pieces together and they understood how to stand in their value and charge what they were worth. And that is the only way that I would teach you to be able to package what you do at the highest level, because you've got to stand in your value and you've got to charge what you're worth. And the fact of the matter is that we've got to do not what you've been doing, but doing. Are you want to do a VIP day? I'm working on a VIP day with me, right? VIP day. We had such a good time. Oh my goodness. I did a VIP day this past Saturday, and it was amazing. We just got a lot done. And so it's just amazing when I have that opportunity to work with clients in that capacity, because it's just me and them. It's a lot of work for them, and it's a lot of fun for me. It's work too. But I love the way that I get to work that way, and to be able to put my eyeballs inside their business, and whether it is helping them to build out their packages, or helping them to make better calls, or helping them, like we actually did a sales call and it was really awesome, and having the insight to be able to support them around their marketing strategies or their ad strategies. I love it. It's just amazing. And there are just some things that don't happen until there's intimacy. When there's the smaller the numbers, the greater the intimacy, the greater the level of insight. And it's just flat true, something that I love. So I want to thank you for your time today. I appreciate you guys for being here as always. If you're watching the replay, I want to hear from you also, okay? Let me know your thoughts on this live. Post your questions here. But I want to see you inside of the Giant Experience Master Training. You got 6 months, right? And I'd love to support you in changing the trajectory of how you're packaging yourself so that you can stand in your value, charge what you're worth, right? And really, really create the impact that you're meant to create. And the fact of the matter, I believe that if you're changing the lives of others, then you should also be changing your life as a result of that. You should be properly compensated for such. All right. I want to thank you for your time. Have a great and amazing night. Good night, Phyllis.